people in particular that did not get very much sleep. So I'd like to just recognize them and thank them. One being Janet Clark. Doesn't get much sleep. There's one person in particular that likes to hide in the background. And she's going to give you the finger, but that's okay. Christine Tozier.
Hey, she's hiding in the background. This is the banquet here, friends. Kincaid Chalet. Beautiful Arctic sunset.
To put on the food tonight, she recruited her family and friends, her cousins, Leslie and Michelle, and family friend Bucky, to do a wonderful food tonight. So thank you. And of course, we had, Fran also does a lot in the background for us. So thank you, Fran, as well. We'll get into the rest of the board members who do a lot as well later on, but just want to give special mention to those folks. So we'll start off tonight with the ASDRA, Alaska Sled Dog Racing Association Season Awards. So we don't have everybody here tonight, but I'm going to call out the names and just ask that everybody come up, and then we'll go over the season awards when they're all up here. For the 3-dog class, we have Melanie Smith. I thought I saw her. Did I not see Melanie? Okay, we don't have Melanie. Susan Cantor, I didn't see her. Jennifer Sterling is not here. For the 4-dog class, we have Mara Franz. Kari Stover is also in the 4-dog class. The 6-dog class, we have Kim Wells and Andy Grenier. So just go ahead and come up here. We'll get it all passed out when everybody gets up here. And then for the 8-dog class, I don't think any of those are here. Karosh Parto, Bob Klutach, and J.P. Norris. And for the open class, we have everybody here. Gary Markley, Destiny Lytle, and Beth Callis. You can throw them up. So for the 3-dog class, we didn't have any of them here tonight, but we have Melanie Smith and Susan Cantor tied for first, and Jennifer Sterling was third. For 4-dog class, Mira was first, and Kari Stover was second. The 6-dog class, we had Kim Wells in first, Andrew Grenier in second. For the 8-dog class, Karosh Parto was first, and J.P. Norris and Bob Klutach tied for second. And the open class, we have Gary Markley in first, and Destiny Lytle and Beth Callis tied for second. So, round of applause to all of them for their hard work this season, making it to the races in Alaska, and all their support. Thank you. Alright, now we're going to transition into the Rondy portion of tonight. So again, talk a little bit about that, but thank you to everybody, all the trail guards, all the groomers. I decided to go to the spa for a couple days, and my kids stepped up to help out, so thank you. The spa was quite expensive. I think Disneyland would have been cheaper and more fun. So thank you everybody who stepped up and helped out. All the trail guards and everybody who worked relentlessly this weekend, and of course it was not warm. So thank you everyone for all your help. The board members, if you're an Astor board member, can you just stand real quick? We have Janet, Kim, Rick Havens, friend John Massison, Harlan Isrock, Lois Rockcastle, Brooke Moreski, and Christine was somewhere. So, and of course, I'm on the board as well. But everybody on the Astor board worked really hard to make the season happen and to make this weekend happen. So thank you all very much. I'm going to let Janet talk a little bit about some of the Rondy stuff, and she's going to talk about the junior showcase.
Actually, Jeremy told me in his email on Friday morning that he had gone to extreme measures to get out of his trail guarding role. And I think his fall included excessive oxygen and so on and so forth, but that was pretty extreme, and I think I'll not position him there next year, so he doesn't go out. Before we started our first day of the Rondy 2026, we were really pleased to do something that was so special, and that was having a junior showcase. And talk about the things that look like they were pretty easy to do, which is to send 5, 6 different teams down the avenue for a block, but really aren't easy at all. And this took extraordinary work by Teresa Perez, who is also on our board but not here today. And Teresa made sure that she got a hold of junior parents, organized them, brought a couple of trucks from the track with dogs loaded in it into C Street, which was not necessarily very easy to do, and organized these mushers to come to run down the street. And for all of us who were there on the avenue and watched those teams come across that start line as the first mushers to go under the arch, it was very touching. All of us felt like it was an extraordinary thing to watch. And the first musher that went into the arch was Tyson Parker. He's sitting right there.
There's Tyson right there. Yay! Speech!
No lack of confidence, right? We could all learn from him. Then behind him came two-dogger Mackenzie Green, who was sitting right over.
Yeah, they just left.
Oh, that's too bad. And then following Mackenzie was Hunter Sterling, who just looked like a pro coming down with 3 dogs there. It's so cute. Let's pay clap for that. And then, looking just super solid with Cedar Rose. It was right here, and she looked great. Behind her, Mason Piccioni was known as the driver that came with no gloves, right? And then, just a swirl up the end, Tony Tester came down and their dogs charging down. Everybody went, oh, that's what happens when people have been racing for most of their lives and are now teenagers. And she looked great. It was such a stunning showcase of what the future brings. And thank you so much, juniors, for all your work on that.
Okay, now fun stuff. The Open World Championship for 80 years. 80 years this has been going on. It's crazy. 80 years. I know that doesn't seem like a very long time for Buddy, but the rest of us. So we'll get started. Finishing in the 17th this year was Mike Parker with a total combined time of 3:21.41. So Mike, if you can.
Thank you. Most of the people in this room know that our sport, our thing, what we do is all about the dogs, so I just want to talk a little bit about my dog team. When people hear that I run gym with dogs, when people hear that I run gym linears dogs, some people say, oh, dog jockey, oh, is it safe to have somebody else run your dogs? That's not our situation. The team that I ran this weekend, I harness broke all of them, all but one of them. I was actually there when they were conceived. A couple of them finished the Copper Basin 300 with me as yearlings. Most of them were on the Iditarod Trail with me last year and pulled me through a literal sandstorm outside of Tanana. Almost all of them were with me in the 2 Rivers 100 this year, and we brought home a win, and I love all of them. To come down 4th Avenue today behind that dog team to become a veteran of the Open World Championship means so much to me it's hard to put into words. Yet somehow as a father, It wasn't even the most special mushing moment I had this weekend. You heard about how Ty was the very first musher to drive a dog team under the arch this weekend. But even Ty knows it's all about the dogs. And I want to say something about the first dog to mush under the arch this weekend. Kit Kat is a very special animal. She's a 9-year-old leader, veteran of multiple mid-distance races. Thanks, buddy. Kobuck 440 champion, multiple times in the Iditarod. And some of you may know that 3 years ago, my team got run over by a snow machine on the Denali highway, and Kit Kat was there, and she got hit by the snow machine and shattered her back leg. Jim and I saved her life. We got her to the vet. And for her to recover with multiple metal plates in her leg to be the first dog under the arch. Wow. That's just a testament to the grit, perseverance, resiliency of our sport, our thing, our sled dogs. And to me, just embodies the true Alaskan spirit. So just a special dog and a special moment. It's all about the dogs. I do have to thank a few humans. All of the volunteers that helped put on this event, to a person, was friendly, clearly knew their role and what they were doing and did it well. We get to do one of the coolest things that anybody gets to do, and without all those volunteers, we don't get to do it where we did it today, in the style that we did it today. I also want to thank all the other Rondy drivers. I have a newfound respect for Rondy drivers. I thought, oh, we're a distance team. This is going to be a walk in the park, these 325-mile runs. It was pretty brutal. Both of the first 2 days, I had to carry 60-plus pound young males in the sled that didn't want to be in there. The entire dog yard, every female is in full-blown heat right now, so I had to leave some of the best home, had to keep dropping some of the next best. But it was a great time, so thank you for all the Rondy drivers for sharing the trail with me this weekend, for being so friendly and welcoming. I hope I didn't piss anybody off that had to pass me. A lot of you had to pass me. Most of it was pretty well. I also just want to thank Anna Bondarenko for letting me train, care for, and race her animals over the past 4 years. Jim Lanier, what can I say? I love you, man. If anybody wants to talk to if anybody wants to talk to Jim about this, I want to do this race next year, so just mention like, oh wow, your Huskies are like really sprinty. Or, oh, if I had my dog there, I'd want to advocate for you. So thank you, Jim. And lastly, thank you, Meg, for everything. I wouldn't have been able to do this race without you. Thanks, everybody.
Great job, Mike. 16th place, Andy Hooten with a time of 3:14.01.
Thank you to everybody for taking us in. So I wasn't sure if I run the race this weekend. I got a phone call from Kim, you better show up. And in the interior, we all had a very hot winter. And I remember probably 2 years ago when I saw how hard our families, our dog handlers are working to make things happening for open team. And I think I was right. I'm flying solo since December, and it is hard to maintain and train an open team by yourself. It's almost impossible. And I wish my beloved dog mushers, open mushers, recognize their helpers, their handlers, their families, their kids. Hello. And I saw them working on the parking lot. This is amazing. And this is family. And this is a great community, and I'm so happy that I can be a member of this community. Thank you to Alaskan, and awesome trails. We enjoyed it, and the crew out there on the trail, totally amazing. So I lost my glove today. I mean, stupid. And I yelled to Andrew, and I said, I lost my glove. So do not ask me where I had my left hand for about 12 miles. I still have all my fingers. But then Andrew came running and said, you need a glove. And that was on the bridge. How does he know that? Maybe there's a video streaming out there where I have my hand. You need a glove. Which side? I said, left side. Boom, I had a glove. Which I had off very often because I had to switch leaders very often. So I do know now and understand and respect now the word I survived the Rondy. Sometimes you have to be way down there to learn a lot, to respect the help of the people, to respect the community, to love your dogs, even if they do stuff wrong and you just shake your head. But I was so slow, I could shake my head. Slow. I never saw that before. Congratulations to everybody. And Buddy saw, I don't know how he did this, but he recognized dogs in my team that he bred. And thank you for that. And I hope to see you next year with a little bit faster. Handshake.
Right on, Andy.
Good job, Andy. Coming in 15th this year, Destiny Lytle with a time of 3:06:52.
I want to say thank you to everybody who has supported me this far. I just have to laugh when Jeremy welcomed all of us rookies to the draw on Thursday, because, or Wednesday I guess it was, it's been a long week, because he had mentioned that all of us rookies have had years and years of experience running in open, and this was my 5th open race ever, so that was kind of exciting. And my dogs did way better than I had anticipated. Every day they got stronger and stronger, and I am probably going to leave the mic before I start crying, but I want to say a thank you to my parents, to the entire club of Astra. You guys are seriously amazing. You guys have welcomed me in like family, and I love you guys all so much. And to my dogs, to Bud, to everybody, thank you guys all. Congratulations to all the mushers. I was worried about passing you guys all this weekend, and I think I passed more moose than I did dog teams. I had one beautiful pass with Mike, and that was it. I seen more moose than dogs, so that was pretty cool. So, thank you.
Finishing 14th, Beth Callis with a time of 2:93:55.
I just want to thank the club for putting on an amazing race. I'm honored to finally get to be on the rush instead of the handler. And I just want to thank everyone in the city that just makes this race amazing. The support of the community of Anchorage for this race is unbelievable. I mean, there are thousands of people, it seems like, out there on the trail cheering it on, and everyone out there just having a great time watching the dogs, and talk to so many people that are asking all these questions and just want to know, more about sled dogs, and just all down the avenue and from all over the country, and that was pretty neat to have as well. And I just want to thank everyone who worked on the trails. That was the most beautiful trail run on for a very long time. And I just want to thank Mom for letting me run the team this year, and just all the volunteers. The trail guards were everywhere and amazing, and I didn't see any unauthorized people on the trail anywhere, so that was pretty impressive. Just thank everyone and congratulate everyone for a great race.
And there's Mom right there.
Great job, Beth. Coming in 13th, Marvin Cockright with a time of 2:90.02.
Thank you very much. What a beautiful trail. Man, we're fighting our fair ranks for all winter. The cold, the snow, the blowing. A lot of people couldn't get their trails in fair ranks. The last couple of weeks there was snowing and blowing, and a lot of lack of training. And but they came out anyway. Showed up and did a good job, interior people. And I'd like to congratulate Buddy for breaking George Attla's record. And Anny Malo for second place finish, and Greg Taylor coming third. Like Greg, I call him up and says, this has been a challenging year. And it was quite a challenging year for us in the interior. Man, what a beautiful, beautiful trail out here. Holy smokes, it's just, just fantastic. I'd like to thank Astor Club for all their work and hard work, Christine and the crew, and people of Anchorage, the spectators. They're all out this weekend watching the dog race, and they could even participate once in a while too. Like saving some of us dog mushers, right? And I'd like to thank my family, Kat, my wife, and my brothers, Robert and Kurt, my nephews, my brother-in-law, Tom Huntington. They're busy helping me all winter. And I'd like to thank Greg Taylor and John Earhart for the loan of a few dogs. And I'd like to congratulate everybody who came such a long ways to participate with us here in Anchorage. One of the greatest kind of experience you could ever have, especially with the dog team. Thank you.
I was told that this was your 32nd year of running Rondy.
I don't have my
Congratulations, 32 years at
I tried to race the Fur Rendezvous North American, but many years, through the years, I didn't have a very good dog team, so I'd come to the Rendezvous, and after that, the dog team was done, so I had to race in Fairbanks. But so
before we move on to our next musher, just it's been mentioned that the trails this year were great, and I'd like to talk a little bit about that. We had a really rough year in Anchorage. We didn't have conditions where we could even start on the trail until the beginning of January. We fought Mother Nature even at that point. We had very little snow. We had a lot of overflow to contend with and fight with, and there was an army of volunteers that got out on the trail, hauled snow in the areas that needed it, did branch trimming. There were a lot of trees to cut off. So I know several of those are here tonight. So if you're here, could you please just stand real quick, because I would like to recognize all the hard work that you put in on the trail as well. Thank you. So I appreciate all of you. There are some more people who helped quite a bit on the trail that aren't here tonight, but we did a lot with little hands this year, and it was a struggle. So please recognize that as you're appreciating that trail, that there were some people who worked really hard to make that happen. Our next musher will be finishing 12th, Michael Tetzner, with a time of 2:88.
I'm happy to see him. Scared me a little bit. Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank Astro, the club, and all the help on the trail. When you think 100 people, this is a lot. And this year it was an awesome trail. You can hook down on the avenue. We had never had that before. Thank you to my family, Leonie and Doreen, for all the hard work. I cannot do it without them. Okay, then. Everybody know I have a little bit flat tires in the team, and so I decided to help some mushers today. So everybody who had a tangle today, I helped as good as I can. So, and then it's not important to be 11 or 10 or so. I lost some minutes, but I think like in the stage dog, the places 1 to 3, this is important, and the rest is like, I don't care. You know, if I 4 or 5 or 6 or 7, not so important. Congratulations to Buddy for your 11th win. Very awesome. Anny Malo, I mean, if you not hit the pole, maybe he was one. I don't know. And Greg, 68 years old, I think. So that gives me hope. 72? You're 72? No. Oh, but I mean 68 give me a little bit of hope for the puppy pen, for the place. Thank you.
All right, 11th, Sherry Johnson with a time of 2:88:05.
So first I'd like to thank the club and all the volunteers. This is an insanely well-run situation. Like this is just alright, I'll just yell, I guess. It's just so well-run. I feel so safe out there, and you're in the middle of town, and it's very fun. I'd also like to thank Matt, my husband. I wouldn't be here without him. He's hopped on to my dream of running dogs, and it's been really fun to do with him. I'd like to thank my mom. She is, I think, maybe the best handler out there. I think so. She agrees. And then I'd like to thank my dad and my sister for holding down everything at home. I just leave, and they watch my dogs, they watch the puppies, they watch my house. Everything is very well taken care of. I'd like to thank the Cantors, Susan and Jim. We really moved into their house at Chupiak and made it our home. So they are probably waiting for us to leave, but we might wait another week. That's how cold it's going to be. And then I'd like to thank Bud and Lena and the Streeper family. Having a place to halfway between with like a warm meal and great trails is so important. Like, I don't know how we would make this work without that, knowing that we're gonna have help and we're gonna have trails and we can run 17.92 miles if we want. It's so helpful. And then I also like to thank Jake Robinson. I run his yearling team the 3 previous years. And I've only been running, this is my 4th year running dogs. So that really gave us a big head start as far as getting our program started. Yeah, that's what it is.
Alright, finishing 10th with a time of Frank Haberman with a time of 2:87.26.
It was a rocky ride. 2 horrible days first and a good day today. I have to thank Buddy for trusting me his yearlings. Picked them up in Whitehorse in October. They were just 15 months old and turned from teenagers to adults. So did pretty well. I hope he will keep those dogs and have them next year, because they have a hell of a potential. And I have to thank Blake for helping me all the way. Dan and Kim in Eagle River, they gave us accommodation. And everybody who helped me getting the team ready today, Melissa and Susan. So I don't want to repeat my praise for the club and the trails, because I think they have been sponsored with friends. I'm sure what is recently. But that's the best race I know of, and it's my 5th one, and I want to keep coming back as long as I have dogs. Not too many raceable dogs left at my kennel, just 2, but as long as Buddy gives me dogs, I'll be happy.
All right, and 9th is Mitchell Jacobson with a time of 2:86.13.
Thank you. It's been a long year for us. We started our journey at the stage stop. After that, we're at the Nairn Beach racing dogs. Then we went to La Paz. Then now we're here. So I still feel like I'm moving right now. I want to thank my sponsors, EGT, Arctic Research Foundation, Mountain Tooling, and now Elias Services. Thank you guys. I want to thank my fiance Jem for everything she does. Yeah, you do it all for me, so thank you. Congratulations, Buddy and the Streeper family, and all the work you do. And yeah, thank you to my parents and everyone back home, all my fans, and can't wait for the Open North American to start, because this, I wish this race was like 5 days or something, because I want to go another 2 days or something. Thank you guys.
Steve, where are you going?
Door.
Come on up here. So on the avenue, of course, we already did award Mitchell Jacobson the Susan's Hope Award. And that creates such a feeling amongst all of us. And Nick and Steve and I were talking about it, this feeling of that is just the right person, the kind of aspect of hope and future, and thinking about what this means for a person, an up-and-coming musher, in terms of the hope we all have to do exactly what he said, which is to do best by his dogs every year. And I'm so pleased that not only do we have a plaque for that, but due to the generosity of both Steve and Jamie Merrigan from Ravenwood Veterinary Clinic, it is a $1,000 check.
$44.20. $44.20. Next, finishing 8th, Tony Blanford with a time of 2:83.05.
I keep telling my family I don't know whether I'm going to be back year to year. So it's kind of unpredictable, but I think that's part of growing old too. So I want to say, Mitchell, it was good getting to know you on the trail. We were side by side there for like 10 minutes today, I think, having a conversation. My son, he before the draw, he told me that I was going to draw position 9 and I was going to finish 8. So he's for hire. Anybody needs booking. So, and I want to thank my niece from coming up from Texas. She noticed that I wasn't running as much as I should be up the hill. So she came in to shower me with insults on the hill. She's like, "You're too old, you're going too slow. You're going." And so I want to thank her for that. So next time we can stay home. But thank you, this is a great trail, and I've never had so much fun on a race. It really was a nice race. And thank you, buddy. I don't want to forget that. Every time I come up and race the dogs, I get an excellent dog team. And where they place depends on the competition. This year was pretty damn good. So, congratulations to you, buddy.
Finishing 7th, Armin Johnson with a time of 2:81.20.
A lot of money. America, U.S. too. It's a lot of money. 10 grand Canadian, I don't know. But I'd like to thank God. And if you're wondering which one, it's the one who created all this. Beautiful, beautiful. This meal, like that George Attla movie, I could get used to eating like this kind of regularly. And it wouldn't be good for my mushing career though, I don't think so. No, day 2, it's just a wild trail and a beautiful trail. Day 2, I lost a boot on the trail and somebody grabbed it. And there was mushers crashing, and then the crazy thing is I was hanging out with Marvin there and that evening, and we talked for I think an hour or 2. We were sharing a meal, and he didn't even mention anything about it. I was like, man. And then there's the next morning I see these videos circulating of him dragging, and people are commenting, "Oh, I hope he's okay." And I'm thinking, man, I'm pretty sure he's fine. He didn't even mention it. Anyways, yeah, they're tough. Mushers are tough, but awesome. Congrats to the goat there. That was a term Marvin pointed out. Yeah, and that's, yeah, good job, bud.
So Armin, you also downplayed your situation with the boot. Which I think is a pretty interesting story, and I got some word of it from people I know who was on the hill, who said on the radio, there's, a musher lost a shoe, and we're going, musher lost a shoe, they must mean a dog lost a booty. I mean, what's the deal here? And then we find out that he caught boot and kept pedaling up with his white cotton socks showing beneath it, all the way up the hill. Did not stop a minute. Didn't say, "Oh, my boot!" He just yelled, "I think I lost a boot."
All right, I know we have some 6-7 fans in here. We're moving on to 6. I just want to point this out because the time difference for the 3 days combined was 13 seconds between the 6 and 7. That's a tight run. So great job, Armin and Olivia, Armin and Alex. You guys were right in there. So great job. That brings us to 6th place, Alex Crittenden with a time of 2:81:03.
Yeah, my boss might be sad because that's not 10,000 in Wyoming money, so I don't know, I think you did better than me, but anyway, yeah, it was such a fun weekend. I'm so glad that I got to come back to the Rondy. It's been a couple years for me to be able to get back here, and last time I was here, I wasn't running. I was running around, but I wasn't running dogs, and I only had half my hair, and it was an interesting point of time in my life, but it worked out good, and I was here to cheer you guys on, and now this year I'm glad to be having you guys cheering me on as well. So it feels like I'm back home to my Alaskan family. I want to thank, like everybody else has said, that trail was phenomenal. Actually, I kind of forgot how twisty and tunnel, bridge, twist, to left, right, that was just crazy. I'm glad I did a practice run before the actual race. I asked Marvin this morning if he had wrapped himself in some bubble tape because I had thought about doing that, some bubble wrap, just kind of padding everything up, especially after yesterday watching all that happen. So yeah, I also had to be careful because there's lots of people out there watching, which I'm thankful for that, but I may have been making some crazy noises going around some of those corners, like because I was trying to say bad words. So I think I did it. I hope I didn't. But yeah, it was really fun, and dogs did good. I'm super proud of them. I have to thank Frank Teasley and the Jackson Hall Iditarod Kennel. Frank and the kids that work there have helped me get going, helped me get where we need to be, even though we have barely had snow this year, and our tour kennel operation has been very slim, so I want to thank them for supporting us anyway. I got to thank Anna. She's my handler. She hasn't handled first sprint musher before, and she has been very good. She's my work wife, I call her, because she makes sure I have coffee in the morning and the dogs have hot water and then everything is ready to go. So it's amazing. So thanks, Anna. I hope you still want to stick with this, even though you've seen how crazy we all are. I also want to thank my husband. He flew all the way up from Wyoming to watch the Rondy. This is his first time at the Rondy, and I think he got to see a good picture of what our lives are like and how the Rondy is, why the Rondy is one of my favorite races to run. So love you, Sam. Thanks for coming up. And I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I don't know. I'm tired, and I'm just tired. So anyway, thank you guys all so much, especially on my competition. Congrats, Bud, Annie. You got Greg. I see I get names wrong. Greg. Yep. Congrats to you three, and I hope that one day I can be on that podium.
All right, that brings us to 5th place, which is Olivier Lemire with a time of 2:78:54. And Olivier is also our rookie of the year.
I hate to do some speech in French. In English, I think it's bad. Just thanks to all the people that make this race. That's the best race I never do. Thank you so much. And thank you to my family, my friend, and my father stay on with the other dog. Thank you.
All right, that brings us to 4th place, Gary Markley with a time of 2:70:20.
Thank you, Azure Code. I saw you out there all 3 days, Terry. First off, I'd like to thank my family, Riley and Eli. I would not be here in the 4th place today whatsoever. Maybe I'd be here, but I'll be camping out the trail or something. But I'm here because Riley and we work together. We do this together, and we do a small count. And we do what we can, and we enjoy it. And especially like Mike said, do a thing called the dogs. They're incredible. They're just incredible watching all the dogs this weekend. I watched this race as a youngster. That first school you passed in Cordova, Denali, I went to school there, and they would turn us all out there on Friday, and we go out and watch the races. We don't want my name, George Attla, and Carl Huntington, and all the greats, Doc Longhorn, and on. I would watch them. And then on Saturday we'd run down, watch the starts, go over to grandma's, watch it on TV, and then go home and watch it again. Then we go back to the stage, watch it finish. I remember watching the very first Saturday ride. It was like the zoo. It was crazy. And so was the Fur Rendezvous, it was just great. I'd like to thank the dogs and the club. It's a real honor to be here, especially Jeremy, for all the hard work it is. You scared me a little bit. Thank you.
All right, and that brings us to 3rd place, Greg Taylor, with a time of 2:68.22. Thought it was 72.
Oh boy, all winter I just couldn't wait till this weekend be over. It's been an experience. It's been a really, really tough winter. And of course, all us interior mushers went through the same thing, cold weather, deep snow, no trails. In my case, But there's some people I got to thank that helped me out this winter. James Williams, he's like a brother to me, and without him, I probably wouldn't have made it. And Doug Tilton and my family. When I got down here, I got Archie Weemark. He was my right-hand man, and my gopher too. And this race, the first year I raced it, I think it was 1976. Yeah, we used to stay with Dick Tozier, Christine's dad, and this race has always meant everything to me. And I look forward to it. My whole dog career is based on getting to this race. And unfortunately, it's my last one too. But I look forward to coming down and being involved in this race, one way or another, helping Christine or whatever it takes, But yeah, it's been a fun ride, and I'm going to miss it. And I want to thank my sponsors, Mountain Movers, my brother-in-law, Clint Bishop. He's running for governor. So just in case I do one more year, make sure you guys go up for him. And I can tell him I helped him get in. But I'd like to thank the club too, for putting this race on. Christine and John and Janet and several of your people. Guys don't even have dogs, and it's just remarkable how you keep this race going. And to me, it's the race. I mean, there's a lot of good dog races around, but Anchorage has always been the race, and we've had a lot of really true champions over the years, and now we got the new big one, buddy. He's got 11. All right, congratulations. And anyways, thanks to everybody for everything, and it's been a fun ride.
is just amazing. Everything is just so smooth, and it's, you know, at the time it's supposed to be, it looks just perfect. And the trail was the same. Like I said this afternoon, I want to thank all the volunteers around the trail that helped the musher to get back on their runners. Good thing they were there early. I wouldn't finish the race if they were not there, so I want to thank them a lot. I want to thank Marco. He's not just the handler or my husband, he's my friend, he's my the one who rubbed me at night because I'm too sore. He does everything. I wouldn't be here at all if he was not there. I mean, I wouldn't do dog mushing. So I started because he was having dogs and he had a passion about it, and now that's our passion. And we had the chance to bring our kids with us many years, and now Tristan came back this year. That was so fun to have him on the truck too, and probably Eliot's gonna come to the unmatched just to come with us and have a little fun. And mushing in our family, it's more than just a sport. It's really, it was a way of life, you know what it is. But the kids learn about, you know, the dogs, and they're putting that in their lives now. Tristan as a biologist and a hunting guide, and Eliot as a pilot, they always trying to be the best. What can I do to be better? What can I do to learn more? And it's from our sport that they learn that, and I'm so blessed to be part of that sport, and we're gonna do it till we die, I think. So thank you.
Did John speak out? Where did John Rasmussen go?
He'll be right back.
Oh, he'll be right back. All right. Well, I'll hold off. I was gonna talk about one of our number ones in the club, but we'll wait till he gets back in here. We'll move on to number one for the race today, which was Buddy Streeper with a time of 2:56.46.
And that wasn't scary. I'm just really happy to see Jeremy and his boys as well. I appreciate what you guys do for the club, and really guys put it first. So thank you very much. And that trail was amazing. But thanks to the Azure Club, thanks to GAI, thanks to the Lady Group organization. It's been repeated many times, but Christine and Chris, John, my friends on speed dial. It's just so nice to see this commitment here in this organization. It's amazing. Like, I can really relate to a lot of things here, because it's a full-time, year-life passion, much like when Greg ran here in his rookie year when he was 18 years old. They're the same type of feelings that I have when I come here every year. It's a special time to spend with your family, with your friends, and to grow up in the mushing culture, as Annie just said, teaches you a lot of things about discipline and goal setting and responsibility. And we appreciate all the helpers that it takes to put this on. And not just or people from the community. This table right here is because I come here and help every year. It's really great to see you, so we appreciate your guys' help with that. From the dog painters to the drug testers to the viewers, painters, somebody walked the street and found some of my equipment that was laying there. Luckily it wasn't a shoe, and I still want to get the rest of that story. I will be looking at the video. But that was really cool to see, and just it's so helpful, and how big of us, I don't know if word circus is proper to describe it, but it's a show. It really is a show, and when you travel on that course, well, you guys don't, and that's one of the things that I really take in appreciation, is to, take that all in for people that can, for people that no longer can. And it's just great to be out there to see them trees, and then markers, and then Rondy Y cutoffs, and then old bridges, and then corners, and then overpasses, and then underpasses, and then shoes on the side of the trail, and various different things that happen out there. So that's a history of the sport. It comes down to Anchorage. Now we have distance teams that are competing here, and they can relate to this, that it takes to put a really exceptional athlete, the dog, amazing sled dog that we have. And when we go to that arch and we can see that team, and it's a team of 12 dogs, and there's one musher, but it's a team of 12. And it really is about the dogs. And when I ran here in 2000 as a rookie, my leaders were Cody and Moose, and that's who took me around and got me around my rookie course, much like the rookies this year got around their rookie course. And I'm sure you're going to remember them leaders that got you around that course and how special that they are and how important that they are and the livelihood that they set in stone to move me forward. Because Cody was the mother and father of Little D, and Little D was the father of Skeet, mother of Skeets, and Skeets is the mother of Mimi, and Mimi's the mother of Elon, and every one of them have won this thing. That's how it works. You know, much like Anny just said, that's how it works. You know, you work towards something. So great to see the next generation coming up. It was really fun to watch them junior mushers come in, and several junior mushers in this team. I know we're probably going to finish the rendezvous at one point, which was really fun to see. So I thought that was real special to be a part of that. And I know that mushing arch was a big thing and took a long time, and I'm really proud that it went through and turned out really well, because I really believe that's going to be like a Statue of Liberty or a Golden Gate or a Space Needle Tower in Seattle. I think that's something that's really special, and it's really well done. So well done on that. I like that. I got a big group that follows and helps me at home. Like Greg said, like Gary said, and like Andy said, it really does take a lot of people to help. And I got obviously my family, my daughters, my wife, but my father at home is a partner in our kennel as well. I've put his entire life into this as well. So I really want to thank my father, my mother, my sisters, and then we've been blessed with handlers over the years, much like I can. It's really funny actually, when me and Lee are trying to pick out the years and try to remember where we were, they kind of blend together. I know some of us can kind of think of that. Some of the things that we use is like, okay, what year was the kid born? And then we're like, well, she was 2010, but who was our handler that year? Who was our handler that year when Clara was born? Oh, right, Kat and Tom from Slovakia were there because they babysat for us, right? Like, those are how we remember that. So it's really important that supporting cast member, and it doesn't go unnoticed. And I got to thank all the ones that have been a part of my team for all these years. I know they're watching, I know they give me thumbs up, and we just appreciate every one of you guys that have helped out in our organization. And I need to thank my friends up here in Alaska. It's so great to see people, like, literally, people that you don't get to see all the time, that you want to stay and you wish well to, and people that you haven't seen for many years. And, I was looking for a friend for a lot of years up here, and I didn't see him until the first day I went down to Cordova, and there was my friend Terry standing there. A good friend of mine, I hadn't seen him forever. So there's Terry. That's what Banquet does, and that's what a rendezvous does, and that was the whole idea of these festivals and these carnivals and these fur rendezvous, was to get the people together, to bring the people to town, to share in what we get to do. And it was just so great to be a part of that. And then my friends up here in Alaska, I gotta thank Destiny and Bridget and Sean. You guys are always so great to come up here. You guys are just so much help, and it's just so wonderful to be a part of that and watch these young individuals grow up and watch these young people turn into adults and community members and ambassadors of the sport as they foster in the next group of young mushers. So that's really great to see, and I appreciate that. Nina's giving me the hook, not yet. No, she's not. All right, folks. All right. I was trying to do a joke, but she gave me trouble last time. I was trying to think of how I'm going to send this one. Give me okay? All right, she's giving me the okay. So we've been racing a long time, obviously. I grew up in the sport. My first race is a picture. I was the exact same size as this young guy right here. A little bit younger, a little older than Oliver's kids. A little bit younger than them guys. But when I was on the sled with one dog, my glove, there's a picture of me, I'm holding on to the sled, and my mitt was facing that way. So clearly my hand was in my mitt backwards. Okay, that was my size. So I was that big, and that's when I first ran my first race. So we've been in the sport a long time, and I really consider myself a student of the sport, that I'm always learning, and I'm always looking for new ways to improve and get better at this. And even this weekend, after I've done now, this is number 17, and we've had some success at it, I learned a few things. And I'm picking up from not just anybody, we're picking up from champions. champions of the sport, you know, like guys that have been in this game forever, won 1988 North American, you know, past champions here, winning all over the stage race in the paw, you know, and I learned some stuff from you guys. I haven't really mastered that, but I'm going to try to learn how to race on your side. I got to learn how to do that. So you guys, I'll be watching them videos. I'm going to be studying how you guys did that. And I'm going to ask Marvin, how did you do that? How did you do that? And it'll be interesting to see if he'll give me the honest answer. But there you go, wax the side. Very good. See, now we're all learning a little bit. Okay. So not only do we got to wax the runners, now we got to wax the side of ourselves. But anyways, long story short, it's all about the animals, guys, and all our dogs and all our athletes. You know, we all hold them, much like Mike said, and we all, you know, hold them forever, and they're all just such a part of us. It's just so special, and it really is special. And you know, I feel a lot of pride in running this race here with you guys, with my fellow competitors and the fellow dogs, and then looking at them dogs out there compete. And I got to look at, you know, Destiny's team. Got to see a little leader of mine. You know, I still call him mine, even though she owns them. You know, and then I got to see Andy on the trail. There was Andy, and I went by Andy, and Andy gave me a high five, said, go and get him, and look, and I said, oh, there's Lexi and Lee, you know, another one of mine, you know, that we fostered in life. You know, that was really cool. It's really fun to be a part of it. And then I got to watch Frank's team throughout the weekend with all of our yearlings there. So well done, Frank. We appreciate how you brought that team together today. And Tony, as you manage that team properly throughout the week, that was really, really fun to see. And then I got to see another rookie musher, Sherry, use one of our lead dogs that she owns together through her rookie run. So it's great to see other people. And I got to see my friend Alex have her best run here with a young dog that come through our kennel. Just that them dogs are in a lot of different places and they need a lot of things. And there's an exceptional young junior musher that's now in the adult ranks. She's probably the top 4 to 6 dog musher in the world. Where's Mira? Mira, that's running with them type of dogs that are really special and really getting enthused about mushing. And I watch other mushers that are traveling all over the world, and where's Mitch? Mitch and Gemma right there, running beautiful dogs. And I got to see Molly lead the up Cordova for 3 days. Nice race, and congratulations to Molly, and pet her head for me when you see her every day. So it takes a lot of pride in that. And then the other one too is maybe not even dogs that were just from me, but like Oliver, a good friend of mine from Quebec, runs a very unique team. And beautiful team he had, and a couple years ago he come and see me. I had a real super leader named Frosty, and he won this race, and Frosty's puppy, he had 5 in his team today. So that's how the evolution of the sport works, is you move forward like that, and it's just so great to look at the names, and I said that on one of my podcasts, is like George and Dr. Lombard and Roxy and Eggle and Charlie and Attla and you know, Huntington and all the famous names, the Cochrans and the Earharts and the Malos, how special it is to see all that. But then we think about the dogs and how super they are. You know, how super them athletes are. And Cale does such a good job of broadcasting that, and he's describing them super dogs and them traits. And I really believe that the sport needs to be more about that. As much as I'm standing up here, I really wish I could bring my leaders and my entire dog team in here for everybody to see them, to pet them guys, because them are the super athletes. And that is the true reason that we do this. And we get to spend time with them. So I'm going to dedicate this win, this is my 11th title here, to all the dogs. All the dogs, past, present, and future, that have been a part of this race or have lineages in this race, and how special them athletes are to us, and what a pleasure it is to be a part of it. So thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to come here, and I look forward to doing it again in the future. Look forward to seeing you guys in a couple weeks in Fairbanks, and we'll be back next year to defend the title.
Please stand there for a minute. Coming in and bring her ball, and Blake, can you bring your ball up here, please? Your goal payment. While they're working their way up here, I'd like to talk about one of our number 1 long-term volunteers at Azra, and that's John Rasmussen. So we talked about people doing things in the background, and I will say John does a tremendous amount of things in the background that we don't even know. You know, we show up on race days, and he has just things pulled out, done, ready to go that we have taken for granted over the years, and we don't even know that he does. So, John, we know that you do a lot, and we just appreciate that. You're our #1 volunteer. Thank you. We have our top 3, and I wanted to call them up here because this is the last year that we're going to see these gold pans. This is it. Yes, this is the last year of the gold pans. So, a few reasons. They're probably cost more than they are in gold. The price has gone up. They're really hard to get. But with all that in mind, with Buddy's 11th year, Christine told me that it's a good time to stop. Yeah, if you want to give them back, sure. But this is the last year of the gold pans, so enjoy this picture. So, congratulations and thank you all.
I forgot to thank my sponsors, Anny Sweets, All-Star Mining, Beavers, Rojo Transport, all of them.
And I think we have a couple more door prizes.
All right, everybody, that's the banquet right there. You see it.
Raffles.
The community is here.
43,
come next year. We hope to see you at the Fur Rondy 2027, right here.
43-48.
Amazing group of people here. Thanks for being online with us tonight. Thanks for supporting the race all weekend.
You gotta give me your ticket to. Watch these things. All right, I'm gonna let Zeta draw the next one.
Okay, so it's just door prizes now. This concludes the banquet. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Thank you, everybody, for the support.
44-22.
It's a lot of pressure to do this, but I enjoy getting the feedback and trying to bring the best footage on earth. That's been my mission for 10 years. Look at that, Mitchell won something. Appreciate y'all.
43.97. 43.97. Oh. 43. All right.
Thank you so much, all. Appreciate it. Come back next year and join us. I'm going to head to San Francisco tonight, spend 3 days with my mom.
Any final words?
I need some mom time, so thank you all.
We gotta
All right, here we go. We got to be out. Cheers. Thanks, y'all.